I went ahead and built the ultimate ice farm, and this is how it's done. Today, I want to do something a little different. I figure this is going to be interesting to do. I want to build a new farm. It's going to be an epic farm, a big farm, a mega farm. It's going to be super, super cool. So the new farm we're going to do is going to be an ice farm. And I think this area is going to be pretty good. From what I could see, it doesn't look like there's anything else going on in this area. And we could put it in here and just fully ice it off. I think that's going to be cool. So let's go ahead and actually start digging this out. Right, so I'm thinking this spot here. Okay, so I'm thinking 64 by 32, right? I'm not sure how well this is gonna work because I'm not following the tutorial. I should follow the tutorial, but I'm not. So what I'm thinking we could do now is, since I have this set up, I would like to get some ice. With all the ice collected, it's time to start building the farm. Right, so quick little status where we are so far. So I think we're doing fine. But yeah, so this is pretty much working for the most part. I have to figure out how to get the ice in my inventory as quick as possible. As you can see, you get some that just stays like that. I don't like that. So I gotta figure out how to get that to not do what it's doing. I could just run minecarts, which would be interesting, but I don't know if it's gonna pick it up if they're floating. So I had a big brain moment. If we put water in the back as a source, that should fix it. But what if something like this happens? I'm gonna refill this one and I want to test this out and see. All right, let me try this again, right? We go here, we just break this. I want to see if it's gonna refill itself, which I don't think it will. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work either. The ice farm posed a few unique challenges to me. I wanted to figure out how to get as much of the ice to meet the player as possible without using hoppers or even reels. So what I wanted to do is have a water source push the ice towards me and not create water source everywhere. So at the top of the farm will have water source and it'll create a little channel that sends the water all the way to the player. And that's kind of what I came up with eventually. But I had to figure out a way how to do all of that without triggering the farm to make water sources everywhere. I came up with this idea using an observer to a dispenser that drops a bucket of water to another dispenser, and that sends two signals. So the first signal it sends will trigger a set of dispensers that will create water sources in the farm, and another signal will be sent again that will retract those water sources so you have them for the next use. And I think this solved the problem. We're getting most of the ice to ourselves. It's not 100%, but it seems like it's like 98% effective. So let's get back to the video and I'll show you how this all works. For the most part, we have this layer working. It's the only layer that works so far. I haven't set everything up for all the others yet. So normally the way people do these farm, I believe, is that they put water sources here and they put like a block, like a half slab here, and that keeps you from mining it, and it also keeps this block from freezing. As you can see, these are not being frozen, they're staying water source. That also makes the items get kind of stuck. Let me show you what I mean. If I go here, as I mine this out, you'll notice that it's creating water sources and you end up with blocks like that where ice just gets stuck there because they didn't come down fast enough, and you have new water sources. Versus something like this that stays a little longer. So to avoid this, you're not losing like a ton of ice, but you do lose a few. And the key to make this whole thing work, this little system here will flip. Okay, this took way too long to explain, so let me hop in the creative world and show you how it's done. This is all it takes to build one of the systems I'm using. And once you come here, you'll see, I need to be a little slower. That was a teaching moment. That wasn't me messing up. Teaching moment, trying to show you how it's done. Once you walk in slowly, you'll end up with two ticks like that, and there you go. So if you put this, like for example, let's say this is in water, and the way water works, right? If I put water blocks all the way here, it won't create sources. For you to create a source from here, you need a water block not only here and here, but you also need one here. So it creates one more source along the line. For every block you have a water on this side, you need one on this side. And then that's gonna fill in here with water. So in our farm, water is already here, but no source is being created. For you to create that source, I need this system to go on. And then by the time it takes it back, it's already filled. And the water is back in the buckets for next use. All right, back to survival. So let me go ahead and finish building this out. I might add a few more sections. Yeah, so let me go ahead, let me do this. I'll come back to you once this is done a lot more. All right, so I want to do a quick test of the farm to see how much ice we actually get from it, because I'm pretty much done with it, so we need to run a quick test and see. But I did see one little problem with it, is that I got to make sure my cursor is pointing in the right direction, because I happened to hit one of the observers and that broke that particular section. So I'll have to be careful with that when I try to do my longer AFK sessions. I keep expanding this farm. Originally, it was up to about here. Then I made it bigger. It was smaller this way too. I made it wider. I wanted when you get to the end, most of the front to be filled. And so this is the current setup now. It's all pretty much done. As you can see here, the last one comes here, right? Then I send it back this way. It comes this way. I just got to put the water in and make another pad that goes back over here. And then start back from the top. All right, so I actually just did a full AFK session with this. So let's see how much ice we have so far. But so this is full, ice is here, this is full, this is full. That's a lot less ice than I expected. We got 1 chest, 2 chests, 3 plus the one in the bottom there is 4 and some extra. That's not a lot. I thought we can get much more ice than this. As you can see, I've been converting some of these guys to blue ice. And that's the whole point of this, blue ice. So we can build pathways, we can move faster and things like that. All right, so this has kind of been in the works for a while now. So let me show you what I mean. So we went ahead, we built the ice farm. We put a little circle around it and I just need to finish it up, right? A way to make it look good, make it look nice. And this is what I have so far. I like how this came out. This has to be one of my best work so far. I like how this looks. It looks really nice, really cool. I like the stone and the ice. And I think it's a perfectly good face, right? To look for it. And you know, as every professional Minecrafter do, and then finish the back. We're gonna come back and deal with it back a different time because I don't feel like doing it right now. It's just it's a lot of bricks to do. But I really do like how this turned out. This looks really nice. It just took a little while to fix it. So let me know your thoughts on this one. How do you feel about this little outside design? And the ice farm actually works like a charm. And with that, I would like to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoy. You have a good day. Good night, folks.